Welcome back to Wells Fargo Friday, and we're going to switch gears a little bit, but still talking about how we can help the kids in our community, and switching from agriculture to other subjects like maybe visual arts. We're going to talk about what Foundation of Central Schools can do, and then how Wells Fargo is helping that out. Tracy, it's good to speak to you again. I know we've only been gone for 2 minutes on commercial. However, since we're changing gears, talk to me a little bit about what the Foundation for Central Schools does and how it's helping kids.
The foundation actually is the fundraising arm for Central Unified.
Okay.
We go out to the communities and we try to get the communities involved within the district itself.
Sure, which lends itself to Ken and your partnership with someone like Wells Fargo stepping in. That helps you tremendously because their dollars usually are a lot bigger than me donating $20, $30 here and there.
It goes much further. Yes, it does.
Sure.
Yes. And Wells Fargo has actually provided school site grants for the last few years, $2,500, $5,000. That goes a long way.
Beautiful. Now, are any principals encouraged to apply for that, or is it kind of limited to certain schools? How does that work?
Every school's principal can apply for whatever their program. If we're actually pushing or we're promoting the performing arts, visual and performing arts programs. Okay.
Now, when they've got that money, the grant comes in, the $2,500. Then are there specific limitations on how that's spent, or as long as it's going towards the performing or visual arts, do they kind of have some creativity to make their programs work better?
However, they best see it that fits within the visual and performing arts.
And that's the way dollars should be donated. And Ken, when you stepped in and thought, you know what, we can help this out. 2 $2,500 grants. I mean, now it's just not one principal saying, I didn't get it. There's a chance to get more dollars. That's helping a couple different schools, more kids than are touched by this.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one of those things we talked about ag earlier, and that's one segment of Central, but also the district is also striving to be one of the leaders in performing arts, within not only the city, but also the state. Sure. So anything we can do to help encourage that, we're there.
It's fun for me when I get to interview, all of the wonderful people that I meet from Wells Fargo, too, that are helping out these great programs. It's not just, we've been told from the higher-ups that we've got to find programs and put money into it. You guys relish this opportunity. Many of you sit on the boards. The volunteerism aspect is alive and well at Wells Fargo, and that's how you feel you can help the youth that much better.
Yeah, I mean, Wells Fargo encourages us to get involved. I mean, one of our mandates or not mandates, but one of the things that we're able to offer is we actually have 2 or 3 days per employee dedicated to volunteerism, to volunteer on boards, to go out and serve the community. And that's the fun part of the job. That's why, working here is so much fun, because we can go get involved in what is our passions. Sure. My kids go to Central Unified. So, obviously there's a vested interest there. I grew up in the district. So, with all that, it allows me to do something through work that also helps me and helps my family. So it's a win-win.
Well, Tracy, it's one thing to have these 2 grants that total, $5,000. But when you've also got manpower of people like Ken that are helping out, that's got to go a long ways, too, towards the other programs that you offer, to know you've got some people behind it that can help out if need be.
Oh, it does. It does. When you go to a prospective donor and you see Wells Fargo, they're more willing and more open to help and to assist and do what they can to donate to the district.
Right. And when you jump in with a company like Wells Fargo, your job's tough, fundraising. It's one thing to implement a great program, but if you don't have the dollars behind it to make it happen. So when you go and you shake a guy's hand like Ken and say, hey, help us out, he says, absolutely, what do you need? That makes your job a whole lot easier.
Oh, it does. Yeah, it's just much easier, much happier environment when someone is willing to help.
Right. And like the ag program that we talked about the last segment, there's still a way that people can come in, click on the website, hit donate. They can get involved and give you more dollars to make your program more effective.
Yes, they can.
Just click the button.
Click the button. Big red one.
Share it with your friends and make it happen.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, Ken, in kind of recapping numbers for Wells Fargo Fridays, I think last year you had like 20,000 hours of volunteerism from all of your people. This year you're on pace for 30,000. You pride yourself on making sure everybody gets involved and does something for the community.
Yeah, we, every segment of our business here in Fresno, Fresno's a regional hub. Sure. And within that, there's probably 80 different segments, business segments that Wells Fargo is involved in. Right. In every level, we're encouraging participation from our teammates.
Sure. And we talked about during the last segment, too, that, when you're handling a lot of the commercial banking, and a lot of that has to do with agriculture, it all comes through our school system. So when you're helping the schools and those kids are understanding and they see the commitment from Wells Fargo and you're giving commitment back to them to handle finances, it just is this big circle that gets completed where everybody prospers at the same time.
We're trying to build customers for life, and you might as well start early. Absolutely.
And that's the way it works right there. We're going to break to commercial. We're going to come back and close out another great Wells Fargo Friday.